You canceled again. Another invitation. Another excuse. And this time, you didn't even feel guilty about it. You just felt relief. Because the thought of being there, smiling, nodding, pretending to care about conversations that don't matter, felt exhausting before it even began. So, you stayed home. And everyone thinks you're shy, or sad, or going through something. But you're not. You're just tired of performing, tired of the small talk that goes nowhere, tired of laughing at things that aren't funny, tired of being around people who make you feel more alone than when you're actually alone. And the worst part? You start wondering if something's wrong with you because everyone else seems fine with it. Everyone else seems to need it. The group chats, the weekend plans, the constant need to be around someone, anyone, just to avoid silence. But you don't. You crave the silence. You need it. And that makes you the weird one. But here's the truth. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You're not missing some social gene that everyone else got. You just understand something most people spend their entire lives running from. That being alone isn't the same as being lonely. That solitude isn't emptiness. It's clarity. Most people fill their lives with noise because they're afraid of what they'll hear in the quiet. They surround themselves with others because they don't know who they are when no one's watching. They mistake constant company for connection and busyness for purpose. But you sit in the silence and you listen. You think, you process. You don't need someone else to validate your thoughts before they feel real. You don't need an audience to feel like you matter. And that terrifies people. Because when you're comfortable being alone, you stop being easy to control. You stop saying yes to things that drain you. You stop showing up for people who wouldn't show up for you. You stop pretending. And that makes people uncomfortable. So they call you distant, cold, antisocial. They try to fix you, drag you out, make you more like them. Because your comfort with solitude is a mirror, and it shows them everything they're avoiding. The parts of themselves they've buried under plans and people and distractions. The questions they don't want to ask. The silence they're terrified to sit in. But you've already done that work. You've sat with yourself, the good parts, the broken parts, the parts no one else sees. And you didn't run. You stayed. And that's not loneliness. That's strength. That's self-awareness. That's freedom. Because while everyone else needs someone to tell them who they are, you already know. You don't need constant validation. You don't need to be liked by everyone. You don't need to fill every moment with noise just to feel alive. You've learned that the most important relationship you'll ever have is the one with yourself. And once you stop apologizing for that, everything changes. You stop feeling guilty for saying no. You stop forcing connections that don't fit. You stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable because you realize that people who truly matter don't need you to be anyone other than who you are. And the ones who can't accept that were never your people to begin with. So no, you're not broken. You're not missing out. You're not incomplete. You're just awake in a world that's still sleepwalking through life, desperately clinging to anything that distracts them from themselves. And maybe that's lonely sometimes, but it's honest. And maybe one day they'll understand. But until then, you'll be here, in the quiet, where you've always belonged. The question is, will you keep apologizing for it?